Hello, I'm Allison,
I'm Jared.
and today we went to the Outreach Center to work with all of them and serve them food. We made them walking tacos, and then we went out and talked to all the different people that were there, and I sat with Rosie and Ray. And Ray he basically told me his entire life story, and he didn't have a whole lot when he was growing up, but he said that once he got his apartment, he was just so happy because God was so great, and he met people at the different centers who basically furnished and gave him everything he needed for his apartment. And Rosie was just a very nice person and didn't talk a whole lot. So, and then
We just cleaned up around the outreach center. We mopped and did anything that they really asked us to do. Skylar and I, we went with Tony and went back to the house and got a bunch of different shoes, men and women's shoes that just they were donated, and everyone kind of needed shoes, so we just brought them in, and there wasn't a pair left after the night was over. And after that,
we went on a walk throughout Des Moines, and we walked on this long street. It's called Bus Row, and there's a bunch of, that's like where all the homeless people congregate to like go their separate ways and everything, and that was a real eye-opener because there was a bunch of people there, and I didn't realize how many there were. And then we came back, and
there was we had a youth kind of gathering there. We got a nice health talk about water and hydration, and one kid in particular was very active during this conversation. He was making questions and stuff to the speaker and relating different stories of his, bragging about how much he benches, all that kind of stuff. And we had some food, played a little basketball, socialized, and just had a good time with everybody. And we helped clean up afterwards, and we had this little chat with Charles afterwards, and he kind of told us, he just opened up and told us a whole lot about where he's been and what he's done and his life in general, how it's been. And he told us how he was a drug addict for a long time and just struggled with that over and over. He woke up with his head on the curb one day and he tried rehab 4 times and nothing worked. He said that they blamed it on him and that he blamed it on people, and now when he looks back on it, he says that no one was the one who told him to do it. Well, no one forced the joint into his mouth, and he put it up there by himself, and he gave us this cool little visual of how to get off drugs.
the G, the O, and the D are all circled because you need God to do it, just in case you didn't pick that up.
He was always mentioning that you can't change or do anything about a bad situation until you have God. He mentioned it by saying, in here.
Like your heart.
He said that your brain will not listen until it's in your heart. And he went on talking about how he went to Vietnam and served our country, nearly died, and came back, and he talked about how the veterans are trained to kill, and they aren't ever, he said, diffused when they come back. They just kind of have to re-enter life, and it's really tough. So
Basically, he was just saying that you need God to help you throughout life because you can't really do anything by yourself.
yeah, he went on a 30-year streak of just being mentally unstable and unable to really even seek help. He just was a mess. And then he came to the outreach center, and as soon as he was okay again, he came to the outreach center, and he's been there ever since.
But anyway, the main thing that I've learned on this trip is that there's a bunch of homeless people here, but there's very many different kinds. Like some need a lot more help than others, and a lot of them are really independent, and some of them, they're really enjoying their lives. And I'm like, wow, you are an awesome person. You have much more strength than I do. What did you learn?
I have learned that we're all the same, just when you get right down to the core. You can pick everyone apart, take away what's on the outside, and we're just, humanity is all based on the same things. We have our morals and our beliefs, and how much fight we will put in to defend them.
But anyway, and also one more thing, Mom and Dad, I love you too. Thank you for writing that in my letter. Bye.